Hi and welcome to the channel and to a new episode. Now I am an ultralight hiker and the go-to headlamps for me has been the PETZL Bindi and the Nightcore NU25, mainly due to the weight but also because of the performance, because many times they are just what you need. They are perfect to light up your tent, to move around camp and maybe also hike an hour or two in the dark. But let's face it, they are not the type of headlamp that you would bring to spend extended periods of time in the dark, like when winter hiking, when the daylight hours are few. They are just not that good when it comes to battery life and power output. And that's where the Cyansky HS6R comes in. A complicated name, but it is a rugged, waterproof, powerful and rechargeable headlamp with a lot of features. So if you like headlamps as much as I do, stay tuned and let's check this one out. I just want to be honest here guys, because I was sent this headlamp for free to test and review and to give you my honest opinion about it. And the honest part, it is very important because I would never agree to do a review on something that I wasn't able to give my honest opinion about. So I don't get paid for saying anything, I don't get any money if you buy one, and I have nothing to do with the brand Cyansky, but I do love headlamps. So let's see if the HS6R is any good. Before we go into the features and look at the actual performance out in the dark, let's take a look at the specs and what you get in the package. The Cyansky HS6R is completely made out of metal. The bracket is stainless steel and the body aero-grade aluminum, and the front has a stainless steel cover plate. All the components are industrial grade, and the weight, well, the rechargeable 2600 mAh battery weighs in at 49 grams, the bracket 22 grams and the headband also 22 grams. The housing weighs additional 71 grams, making the total weight 164 grams. The size is 85 mm long, 40 mm wide and 36 mm thick, and it has an IPX rating, meaning it is submersible down to 2 meters. In the package you get the headlamp, one battery, a USB-C charging cable, 2 spare O-rings, an EVA sticker, user manual and a warranty card. The price at Cyansky web store is $84.95. Before we do the actual performance test out in the dark, let's look at the features and how to use it. The HS6R uses 2 buttons, one for the main located at the side and one smaller one on the top for the auxiliary and red light. And yeah, you can have them both on at the same time, making you reach that maximum output of 1400 lumens. Yeah, 1400 lumens. Wow. If you press the main button, you will have a LED light showing you the battery status. Green means that it is more than 80% left, green blinking 50 to 80% left, a red light 20 to 50% and red blinking less than 20% remaining. To start the main light, press and hold the main button for 2 seconds. The main light toggles through the low, the mid and the high and turbo, where the low is 30 lumens, the mid 150 lumens and high 500 lumens. The turbo goes all the way up to 1200. To turn it off, just press and hold. The small button on the top for the auxiliary and red light works in the same way. Here you have the low 30 lumens, mid 150 lumens and high 500 lumens, followed by a red 10 lumen constant and a red 10 lumen flickering light. One great feature is that it remembers the last setting that you had. So if you turn it off while using the 10 lumen red light, it will remember that. So if you press it again, it will start there. Both buttons have the same function, so that is great. Now let's go out and see about the performance in the dark. Now we are back outside and it is completely dark, like you can see. Like always, it is a bit difficult to get a good video when shooting in the dark, but I will do the best that I can, and I think you will get a good idea of what it looks like anyways. So I have the headlamp on and I will start toggling through the main button, and this is what it looks like. This is the low 30 lumens, medium 150 lumens, high 500 lumens and turbo 1200 lumens. Okay, that was the main light. Now let's look at the auxiliary light as well as the red lights. This is the low 30 lumens, the medium 150 lumens, and this is the high 500 lumens auxiliary. This is the 10 lumen red constant, and this is the red 10 lumen blinking. Now, last but not least, let's try out the maximum output of 1400 lumens. Doing that, we need to turn on the main at 1200 lumens and the auxiliary at 500 lumens. Let's see how that looks. Okay, this is the 1400 lumens maximum output. Nice width to the light and a nice length. You can see clearly everything that's going on. That was interesting to see, and wow, that was really bright on the 1400 lumens setting. But I believe that for walking and hiking, 150 lumens should be enough. And with the possibility to increase to 500, 1200 or even 1400 on occasion if you really need to, is a great feature. But what about the running time on each setting? Well, let's look into that as well. The burning time on the main low is 60 hours, medium 14 hours, high 3 hours and turbo 2 hours. For the auxiliary light we have the 60 hours on the low, 14 hours on the medium and 3 hours on the high. And for the red 60 hours in constant and 120 hours flickering. If you compare the 150 lumens, which is okay for walking and hiking, with the 190 lumens that you get from the NU25, the burning time on this one is almost 3 times longer. 5 hours on the NU25 compared to 14 hours on the HS6R. Just to get an idea of the performance compared to a lighter option. In my opinion, the HS6R is really well built. It has an amazing output and a good battery life, and it is waterproof. And with the 2 buttons, it is also really easy to use. So yeah, it is a really great headlamp, no doubt. But the 164 grams make it really not suitable for our 3-season ultralight adventures, but it wasn't designed for that. It is a headlamp to be used when spending extended periods of time in the dark, like winter hiking, or mounted on a helmet when working, or search and rescue like they say on their webpage, when the weight isn't of importance. Sometimes I do believe that it is justified to bring something better, or at least something with a larger battery and maybe also stronger lumens than the NU25 or the PETZL Bindi. So it is definitely a piece of gear that I can put in my gear list on certain occasions, but just not in my 3-season ultralight setup. So do I recommend it? Well, yeah, if you don't mind the weight, I believe it to be a really great option, and you get a powerful, reliable, strong and professional headlamp for the money. What do you think about the Cyansky HS6R? Do you want one? Do you have one maybe? And do you think it deserves a place in your gear setup? Leave a comment. But for now, this is it, and if you liked today's episode, take a look at these 2 recommendations on my other videos. Also do hit like, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any future content. I hope to see you again next week, but for now, safe hiking and bye bye.